What's up, money gang? I hope you are doing well and you're finding more ways for you to make money. Straight off the top, I am not going to waste any of your time and get straight to it. Dave Ramsey versus Robert Kiyosaki. These guys are multi-millionaires in the hundreds because of real estate, but they have two different approaches when it comes to credit. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because there was a question on the comment section. By the way, guys, I love the comment section. I love communicating with you guys and making sure that your questions are answered and that you are also mingling together so that we can grow together. So take note of the comment section and answer some questions there and see if you can network with people. Okay, back to those two men that I spoke about, multi-millionaires. Both of them have net worths well over 300 million in real estate, but they use credit in a different way. So Dave Ramsey, I'll start with him, is a guy that is, like I mentioned, is into real estate. He believes that you can go into real estate and do most things within the money world without using debt. So I'll post his channel link under this, but he believes that you don't need debt. You can build anything that you want without debt. So he believes, in a summary, there's a lot of things that he talks about, but he believes that you can use your salary that you have now in order to build something and then start a business and then grow from that business, reinvest your profits, and just keep on doing that the whole time. And then the part two of this, well, the second guy is Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Famous guy, he's friends with Donald Trump and all these other successful guys out there. So his theory is you don't need to use your own money. Why do you need to use your own money? Where you can use someone else's money to build something. And that's where the credit score comes in. To give you an example of this, he says you can have 100,000 from the bank and build something, and you're risking someone else's money instead of risking your own 100,000, and you are left broke. So you after what I'm telling you right now, obviously you would have to decide on what works best for you. For me personally, there are some things that I like from Dave Ramsey, and there are some things that I like from Robert Kiyosaki, and then I put them together to formulate my own thing that I have in terms of making money and growing. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about real quick. So for my own businesses, small businesses that I can start up using 5,000, 10,000, I would not go to the bank to borrow that money. It's too little for me to do something like that, but someone else might find that a credit line from the bank for that amount is a lot of money. But I'm going to, on the next video, I'm going to talk about how you can get money without getting a loan from the bank, but a different way you can get money and start your businesses. Okay. And then the second way I was thinking about when it comes to businesses is when I want to venture into real estate, for example. I'm talking 1.3, 1.5, 2 million, 3 millions going up. I cannot whip out my own money to start something like that. I'll give you an example of a guy named Sbusiso Liope, also known as DJ Sbu. He recently bought some real estate in the far west Rand side. And I was listening to one interview that he had where he mentioned that they bought the land with money that they loaned out from the bank and with some investors as well, of course. But it made me think that someone with that, I don't know his net worth, I'm sure it's well over 1 million, that he needed to do something like that for him to start the real estate company or business that they have. It shows that when we're talking millions, you'd want to risk someone else's money than risking your own money, which makes sense. So now the goal is, if you're looking forward to something like that, you would want to build your credit record. If you don't want to use the bank's money, you can by all means use your own money. If you're a millionaire But I doubt most of us are millionaires on the channel. But if you're working on building large empires, you can either get money from VCs, which are venture capitalists, who I feel personally that they could be great if you have something solid lined up and you've already built something. But if you want your own little baby to grow with it, you don't need to go to that extent. If it's money over 500,000, I think you can go to the bank. The bank will listen to you if if your story is in line. If your story is in line, the banks will listen to you. So for now, which is what I was telling people, start building your credit score, even if it's not for getting a business out there. But let's say you just want to buy a house. If you want to buy a house for your family, you need a credit record. You can't just walk up to the bank and say you want a house. You earn 40,000 rands a month, so you want a house. They will say, who are you? We don't recognize you here. So that's where building a credit record comes from. Continuing with that, it's when you start building with clothing accounts. A lot of people said, can I build a credit record using a gym membership? You cannot do that. Gym memberships don't, they are not lines of credit. So they're not giving you credit for you to do something. It's you purchasing a membership and going there every month. Well, using them most of the times in the month. I know some people have gym memberships, but they don't even go to the gym. To not go off tangent, just remember, gym memberships don't build your credit score, which is why I said you can start with a clothing account or you can start with a phone account. Those things can build up to a point where you want to get a car, for example, 150,000 secondhand, 250,000 to 300,000 for a decent new car. And then from there, when your credit score is built and you are running from 650, okay, that's another thing that I haven't spoken about, but I'm going to post a link to ClearScore. I might have touched on it, I'm not sure. But ClearScore is where you can look at your own credit record. I'm going to post a link in the description. If your credit score is sitting at 650 and above, that means you're doing well. If it's under that, averaging around 500, 540, that means you're not doing well and you need to improve your credit score. So you have to do those things I was talking about. I'm not saying go into debt. Remember, this is not financial advice, but we're just talking about money. I'm not saying go into debt. What I'm saying is take something out for 200 if you want to build your credit score, 200, 500, and start paying it back so that credit record goes up and up and up. And then in no time, you will be able to use that for your business ventures or for some other things that you have planned. So those are the two different people I wanted to talk about, where both of them used different methods, but they were both successful. Both Robert Kiyosaki and Dave Ramsey. So, not Gordon Ramsay, Dave Ramsey. I'll post both channels down below. I would say also, if you have time, please read a book titled Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It is also mind-blowing advice that you get about money. It will help you view money in a different way that you haven't been viewing before. Okay, just tell me if you want more of these videos on the comment section. On the comment section, just tell me you want more of these videos where we just talk about money. And then I know there are a lot of people that asked for different types of videos that I've been doing in the past. I'm going to be posting a few. I've just been delayed in the past 2 to 3 weeks, but now we're back and running. So expect more content, and we'll help each other make money and catch the bag within the first quarter, so that in the second quarter, if you remember in the first video that I posted, we need to find more ways to make money and then just double up on them in the second quarter. Okay, money gang, get the bag. Don't waste your time. Let's go.